Hey guys, video number 3. This one is kind of a more technical video. I really wanted to give kind of our thoughts behind all the economy changes that we made. I know they can seem like they're kind of out there and that like they're a huge change and it's coming out of left field, but I wanted to kind of give you the data and the thoughts that we have behind it. So I'm actually going to jump into a web browser here and just quickly look at the changes that we made. A lot of them are between probably like 20 to a 50% nerf on items. So specifically all the ores, iron and gold specifically, since they're now affected by fortune, they got nerfed pretty heavily. Lapis is a lot more common than it was, so it got nerfed heavily. Same with diamonds and emeralds. So this table will be attached to the Spine on Staff document. I just kind of want to give more of the data that we have behind it in the spreadsheets that we were using. So we've been collecting mining data for a very long time now, since all the way back in November when we took the server down. And we were collecting mining data on just kind of all different mining types, be it cave mining, strip mining, if you were in the mesa or not, depending on if you were using fortune as well as beacons. And then here to the right, I have, so this is column P, is all the old prices that you would get, like per mining trip. This is what all the old numbers would give you. And column U is what they are with all the new prices. The column I really want to highlight here, and I can talk more about this if you guys have more questions, but I really want to highlight column W, which is the difference between the new prices and the old prices. So the closer to 100% it is, that means the closer to being the exact same that they are. So you can see for this first mining trip that Moonsun did, it's almost exactly the same trade bars with copper included now. Some trips are a little lower, some trips are a little higher, depending on what you're mining. But overall, if we look at all this, it averages out to you're actually making more money. You're making about 40% more money now than before. If we take out some of these outliers like this one, which was a huge dripstone cave, which had pretty much nothing but copper. If we take that one out, if we take out some of these other higher ones, then now the difference is about the same. It's about as close as we could get that mining before 1.18.2 is the same as mining after 1.18.2 over the long run. Granted, there's going to be runs that, like this one, where you're making half the amount of money, but there's also going to be runs like this one where you're making 3 times the amount of money. So we did the best we could here. I think we came to a really good middle ground. It's just going to be a new experience, right? The way that I came to all the new prices, I went to 1.16 and I went to 1.18 in a couple of different biomes. I looked at the new spawn rates of all the ores, and then I kind of normalized that over the area I was looking. Using iron as a baseline, I kind of jumped up and jumped down from there. So that's where all the new prices came from. We've been working on this for a really long time. If you guys have any thoughts or feedback, we'd love to hear it because we're still kind of not sure about the prices. We took a pretty conservative stance on these. We would rather prices be lower than they should and raise them higher than the other way around. That something's overpowered and then people get Emperor in a week because we didn't have enough data. So we went more on the conservative side of things. Pretty much everything either stayed the same or got nerfed a bit. The only 2 things that actually went up in price was that we felt like cake and pumpkin pie. People didn't really do those a whole lot, so we rose those. But yeah, this is kind of our thought behind it. Let me know what you guys think.